Hello, peep. Happy Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Woo! I can't wait to get my hair cut tomorrow. My hair is getting way long. As you can see, all the silver. Anyhow, it is Friday. Happy Friday for the few that may join me today on this live chat. Um, I put together a thumbnail. If you see the thumbnail, then you may get the theme of this chat. Okay, the theme is a bubble can get bigger. Okay, that's one of the things that I want to discuss mainly for this chat. Hello, Immortal Baby Chat. Uh, for the stock, the comic market, let's try to stay focused. Okay, I mean, I tend to go off tangent and talk about stock market and crypto and all that stuff because people in the chat room go there. But until they go there, let's focus on the comic market. One of the things that I'm sure everybody have heard and discussed ad nauseum. Hello, L. Jeffy. Um, um, you know, ad nauseum as far as discussing is the bubble. Okay, in the comic market in the past year for sure. And if you go back, if you step back a few years, the term bubble has been mentioned in the comic market for easily a decade. Okay, I have heard ever since the movie, ever since books start to exploded with movies, the term bubble have been introduced into the lexicon of the comic hobby. And it is silly. Okay, I'm trying to find the right word. Silly to predict when the bubble is going to burst because one of the things that I had said many times and I will focus on in this video is that a bubble can get much bigger just because there is a bubble. Nobody is denying that there is a bubble. Okay, when you have something that literally worth $5 last year, but now it's worth 500 and can go higher, it's a bubble, especially on something that for sure books, certain keys go up significantly because of the TVs and the movies. Okay, but there's no way to quantify. Okay, if you have like a secondary character that no one really care about for years, if not decades, all of a sudden that character is tied into a movie or TV show where nobody knows what kind of significant role that character is going to be, but the book exploded 20, 30, 50 times. It goes from 5 to 500. That's a bubble. Okay, now some big jump is justified and likely will stay up. Good example, Miles Morales Ultimate Fallout 4. Okay, now that book was maybe $100 book. I have not checked GPA, but it was definitely not a four figures book for a long time, right? But then when the Spider-Verse movie came out, well, guess what? It blew up, and the popularity and success of that movie propelled that book even higher, and likely will go higher as Sony introduce sequels and expand the Spider-Verse universe, right? So sometime a bubble took place, like Ultimate Fallout, and then it's justified, and then it get bigger, okay? And sometimes a bubble is not justified, and then eventually it will pop, all right? So that's the term that I think a lot of people love to just throw out there. It's a bubble. Sometimes a bubble can get bigger, a lot bigger. Hello, Louis 13. Um, Immortal Biggie Shack just bought Ultimate Fallout for an 8.5. That should go for a reasonable price, right? Because I think that book jumped a lot in the high grade, but I don't think the mid grade jumped a lot. I haven't checked the price. Daniel Golding is here. Hello, good morning, Nick. This market is so strange. I keep waiting for the downturn. Uh Depend on what you're looking to buy, right? I mean, I can only assume that you are looking to buy some keys. If you are looking to buy keys, I think the downturn is gonna be slim picking. Not now, not right now. Um, I don't see a downturn. I don't see a catalyst for a downturn. Okay, that's the thing. I mean, one of the things that is very difficult on predicting how far or how big a bubble can be and when it's going to burst is what's the catalyst to burst the bubble? Is there one? Just because something is high does not mean it's going to crash. Okay. The theme of this chat is something that is high can go higher. The bubble can get bigger. So, that's why I laugh and poke fun and ridicule many people that predict a bubble for the past 10 years. I have had people that predict a comic market crash since 2008. Oh, the older generation is here. All the people with big books in the 50s, in the 60s, they're going to start dumping and flood the hobby with all kind of great books. I have heard this since 2008. Pedigree, oh my God, that's full of nonsense. There are going to be so many pedigree flooding the market in the next many years because so many collectors that have been buying books for the past so many decades are dumping into the market. I heard that since 2008. It would just happen that I think between 2008 and 2010, there was 4 pedigree, and that was the fuel that all the pundit experts came out to predict. Oh my God, no, it just happened that there was one of those strange situation where you get 4 or even 5 pedigree that come out in a 2-year span. And guess what? What happened since then? What happened since 2010? For the past 10 years, what do we have? Two new pedigree compared to like 4 in 2 years. So the expert that like to predict things tend to get it wrong very, very often. I was concerned about the amount of disposable income available for collectors with so many people with financial woes. I agree. I don't understand where the money coming from, but then I do understand. Okay. When it comes down to liquidity, and I talk about this very often, liquidity that the Fed around the world, not just our country, around the world, the Feds, because of the pandemic, are pumping trillions of US dollar, trillions of yen, trillions of euro, and that money flow into the economy, and it need places to go. Okay, it need places to go. Who knows who got what and bought what? Okay, it's hard to narrow down to the micro level of how liquidity works. But liquidity has always pumped markets, always have, always will. So we saw, of course, the financial market bubble. We saw the collectible market bubble. We saw the real estate bubble. If you follow all three markets, you realize that many things are at all-time high. Okay, so it's not just comic books. Okay, so Daniel, if you wondering and concerned where or how or what, well, guess what? Everything is in a bubblicious mode right now. Okay, so liquidity work in their magical way, however it is, or whoever it is that got the money that make the purchase. It's crazy. It's hard to understand. But one of the old saying on Wall Street that I learned from early days of me being involved in the stock market is that do not fight the Fed. Do not fight the Fed. When the Fed cutting rate increase liquidity, do not put your head on the chopping block with negativity talks. Okay, because that's how you get your head chopped off. That's how all shorts get their head chopped off. You can be negative. It's okay to be negative about the economy. It's okay to be negative and hate Fed printing money. Or nobody likes that. I don't like it. Okay, I don't like fiscal irresponsibility. But I also learned that one should not put their heads on the chopping block when the Fed is easing, adding liquidity. It has always been the formula for bubble, always have been, and it will always be. No need to even predict the crash. Now, when will the party end? One potential scenario is the Fed tightened, raising rate, stop printing money. Okay. Does anybody remember the 20% crash that we had in December of 2018? In 2018, December of 2018, the market had a mini crash of 20% when the economy was doing well. There was no pandemic, but the market had a 20% correction. It was painful. A few YouTubers reached out to me to say, help me, mama. What to do? I'm scared. Portfolio crashing. For those that remember 2018, December, guess what? The Fed started to raise rates. After a decade of easing, the Fed started to raise rates a few successful times in a row. Like they raised like from 0% to 0.25 and then 0.5 and then 0.75. It was ridiculous. It was so low. But the fact that they said no more easing, we are reversing the course of action. We are going to start to raise interest rate. Well, that's what that's what the financial markets say. Heck no, can't have that. We want our candy. Can't take away the sugar bowl. Okay, so at the end of the day, that's what the market want. The market want easy money. Like it, hate it, doesn't matter. Can't fight it. Okay, I don't like it, but at the same time, I'm not dumb to call for the sky is falling. You gotta buy gold. Yeah, the Peter Schiff of the world that like to talk economics and call for the sky is falling and you had to buy gold because it's the end of the world kind of thing. Would I buy the big key? Would I chase the big keys? Heck no. I'm blessed. I am fortunate, okay, that I have what I wanted. I'm done. Okay, I'm done. I'm not chasing any books. I don't feel an urge, need, a burning desire to buy any books, to chase anything. So I don't really care, really, to be honest. The way I look at the market is, if they keep going higher, yay me. Since I'm selling, and I will continue to sell and continue to profit of higher prices. So it doesn't bother me that the market is bubblicious. Okay, it doesn't make sense, but I try not to put logic behind why people are willing to overpay for a lot of things, because like I said, a bubble can get a lot bigger, and a lot of people can afford to be wrong, because words is free. Okay, you can call a bubble, you can predict crashes, and guess what, there's nothing behind it. So it's easy to throw out prediction and to be wrong all the freaking time. I might be the only one calling out a lot of people that are wrong all the freaking time. But yes, the market did have a big hiccup at the start of the pandemic, right? And reversed fairly quickly. In literally, I think the market went into a tailspin between February and March and start to curl up in April. Yeah. If you follow a lot of key books, March was pretty ugly. March was a bargain where you can buy a lot of big keys. Even the hot keys like Fantastic Four #1 or X-Men 1. And, you know, it's anybody that bought something, keys, by something, I mean any kind of keys, in March and April of last year has done incredibly well as of right now, because a lot of things have done very well. Depend on some books, I don't think many big keys double over the last 9 months, but it's not hard to find keys that went up 30, 40, 50% from the low of April of 2020. Um, do you think the Scarlet Witch spec books will hold value? I don't know, Biggie. I don't know. Okay, I don't know for sure. The TV related books has done something that many people could not have predicted, right? For years, TV related books tend to not blow up a lot and tend to fizzle quickly, right? That's why people kind of poo-poo the whole TV shows related speculation. But the pandemic, lack of movies has put the focus on the TV shows, because what else is there to speculate on? There's no movies. Okay, so all the speculation is driving into the TV shows. So are they hot right now? Yes. Will they maintain staying hot once the movies start to come back out there? Okay, that's the question that we all should follow closely. It's like, okay, I get it. I get it that 2020 have no movies, and people that like to speculate on books want to speculate, so they focus on TV shows, books. But what happened in 2021? What happened in 6 months when the pandemic is mostly over and all the theater is open and we see a flood of superhero movies again on the big screen? Is that going to be, will that change the trajectory of the collectible bubble in the TV related shows? Okay, I don't know. You know, I the The reason why it's hard to predict is the only person that really can put a definitive answer on that kind of question are the people that are buying those books. Okay, because if you are out there buying paying premium, paying record prices for TV related first appearances books, only those people can tell you that, hey, if the movies are back and all the movie related books is going to explode, I'm going to take my money out of these TV books to chase that. If they are doing that, if they are taking the money out of the TV books to chase after the movie books 6 months from now, I don't know if that's their thinking. Okay, I'm just saying if that is their thinking, then I can see the TV books gonna suffer, because if all the big player people that are building up this bubble in TV related books take their money elsewhere, cash out, like with anything, demand and supplies. Okay, if the demands go away and the supplies keep increasing or not decreasing, okay, prices will go down. That's simple economics. Omega Comics, hello. Strange Tales 110 is climbing. It is doing better than it has done prior to the first movie. The first Doctor Strange movie, I think, didn't pump that book as high as a lot of people thought, and that book crashed a lot earlier than a lot of people thought. If you follow the price of Strange Tales 110, you see that a lot of the books, a lot of the grades for that book didn't hold up even before the movie came out. It was one of those key books that, because it's Doctor Strange, okay? I was surprised, okay? I thought the movie was okay, but price-wise, as far as the action of that book, it's because Strange Tales, to me, Strange Tales 110 has always been fairly cheaper, right? And rightfully so, because for a long time, Doctor Strange was not a big character. But once his movie came out, once he became involved in the Avengers movie, all that stuff, I was surprised on how weak Strange Tales 110 behaved until this year. Okay, if you don't believe me and you have GPA, or go collect or any pricing service, go and look at Strange Tales price a year before the movie came out. Look at Strange Tales price, say, from 2015 over the past 5 years. Okay, you see how it for the most part it was fairly disappointing until this year, or until 2020. Jeffrey said Daredevil 1 was a terrific investment 6 months ago. Yeah, Daredevil 1 has blew up a lot more than I think anyone would have expected, and that's fine. I had my copy, so I'm okay with that. For sure, I could have, make if I sell my 8.0 copy now, I would have made probably 50% more. But it is what it is. No biggie. Hello, Sean. Star Wars books have gone crazy. Absolutely. Okay, it has gone crazy in every way. Speculation money need to go somewhere. Okay, the the market always seek return. Okay, speculators always seek to pump and dump. That's the name of any market. Okay, it's nothing new. They always look for low-hanging fruits to pump and then dump. Okay, and once they're done pillaging one area, they go to the next area and pump and dump. Okay, it is what it is. I'm sure nobody here is surprised at the superhero cards are now blowing up. Well, guess what? What else is there left to pump and dump? Okay, so I don't know. I'm not saying that there's nothing left, but if you want to get ahead of the curve as far as pump and dump, look for things that relate to superheroes that has yet to go up, because the pump and dump gang, cabal, or whatever you want to call them, will gravitate to the next scheme of pump and dump. Okay, it's that's how any market is. Okay, it's always pump and dump, and once something is gone, over with, then they find another area that can be pump and dump. Okay, it's human nature, and it's human nature for a lot of people. That's the sad part. There's a lot of people that just cannot help themselves but chase the hot things. I get it. Okay. Half a K-man say Daredevil one, another cover that I really didn't like. Not for me. You know, yeah, I mean, this is where I tend to push back against the saying, buy what you love, buy what you like. Um, I'm a fan of buy what makes you money. Oh, I own a lot of shit that I don't like or don't love, but make me a lot of money. Okay, so I have a lot of stuff I like too. I'm not saying that I only buy what I love or buy what I like, but the one good thing, lucky me, is for decades. For decades, I I bought what I love, and what is that? For those that know me, high grade. I don't care what it is. I couldn't give a damn about what that superhero, that character. I see a high grade books, I buy. I was addicted to high grade. So whenever I see high grade stuff, I don't care what it is. If it's cheap and it's high grade, I want it. I like the razor sharp edge and corner and spine that look beautiful. And you know what? For a long time, I was able to find a lot of stuff to put into my collection that's like that. Okay, and it has nothing to do with because I love that title. I love that. I don't care. Okay, it has absolutely nothing other than I like high grade books. And then luckily the market turned out to be what it has been the last 10 years, and I was able to sell a lot of the stuff I bought for a lot of money. So yeah, it has nothing to do with buy what you love. If you want to put high grade as a good reason, then yeah, it's that was it. It has nothing to do with that superhero or that artist or whatever. So yes, I'm a firm believer. Now, as I done pretty much adding to my collection, it is mostly about buy what make me money, right? Because for those that know me, I do a lot of buying and selling, so it's all about buy what make me money, not buy what I love. I already have. Well, I pretty much bought everything that I want from my collection that I love, so I'm okay. I'm okay of not adding one more book to the keepers. Um, it's 11:03. I probably will be done in a few minutes, okay? Because I'm getting a little bit hungry. Might have to be an early lunch today. because it's only 11 o'clock, but Tommy is growling. Luckily, you did not hear any of that. Let me check. It's too early. Well, I'm not about to check. I'm going to check, the auction that's going on in Comic Link, but that auction won't end for over another week. So whatever price that we see right now doesn't make any sense. But I'm curious to see how the price will turn out. As I predicted, I think last week. I don't see a catalyst for the market to crash. Okay, by that I mean all market, not just the comic market. I don't see a catalyst for the financial market to crash, even though we are near the all-time high. I don't see a catalyst to burst the bubble, not yet. So I think the results for those that have books in the auction in Comic Link in February probably will do well. Most likely will do well. Forget about probably. Most likely will do well. And I have a tons of video. That I need to load in the next. I'm way behind in loading video. I try to load just one a day, unless it is like a movie review or cooking video. Then I might do a comic/movie review, TV show review. Speaking of TV show review, I'm telling you, I'm excited. For those that have HBO Max, I'm super excited for Mortal Kombat. That trailer looked a lot of fun to watch. I might have to convince my son to buy the game. Okay, he has never played the game. My son has never played any Mortal Kombat game. That was not his generation. Okay, so I am very interested in that movie, as well as the Godzilla movie. That looked pretty fun too. So yeah, I look forward to HBO Max with Mortal Kombat. Let's see. There's 3 movies, right? You got the Zack Snyder cut. You got Mortal Kombat, and then Godzilla and King Kong. So 3 movies in the next 3 months on HBO Max. So that's gonna get me excited. That's gonna keep me subscribing to HBO Max. I used to like sub and unsub HBO during the Game of Thrones year. Okay, during the Game of Thrones year, I would sub, watch, for 2 months and then disconnect. But I still kept my subscription since Wonder Woman, so I'm enjoying the few shows on HBO right now. In fact, I'm watching that Investigation, that TV series. But that's it. Hopefully I did not veer way off. There was a couple comment about crypto stuff, but I was good in ignoring those comments to stay focused on comic books instead of veer off the rail. I talk enough about crypto and the stock market, right? You don't need me to talk more about the other stuff. And as far as Star Wars books, I think they will still stay hot. Okay, for good luck to those that still pay spec. Speaking of Star Wars book, oh my God, I need. Oh, I did a video that I need to show. I have a slab, a Star Wars 1, an old label Star Wars 1 that I shot a video that I think if I crack and press, it could be a 9.8. Yeah, and you know how 9.8 Star Wars 1 go for. So keep your eyes out for that video because it's coming. It's one of the many videos that I yet to load. But yeah, for those that are involved in the crypto market, the same philosophy applies. Okay, is there a bubble? Yes, but it can get bigger. much bigger. Okay, it's I'm not gonna poo-poo any talk that say, oh, there's a bubble in the crypto market. There's a bubble in the housing market. There's a bubble in the stock market. There's a bubble in the sport card market. There's a bubble everywhere. There's bubbles everywhere. Okay, it's not uh, exclusively with crypto. It's not exclusively with comic books. It's everywhere because of the Fed, the easy money, the money printing, you name it. All of that has contributed to bubblicious everywhere. Tales from the flip side. Hello, you came in just at the end. But yeah, so for now, have a good lunch. I need to figure out what I want to eat for lunch. But stay safe. Don't invest too much into any market. Diversify your investment, even in comic books. And of course, be safe. I can't wait to get my shot. Hopefully by April, right? Who knows? I will get my shot and move on with my life whenever I get my shot. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.